challenges, activities, groups. One being that what guided me a lot throughout my high school career was sports. So I was a huge athlete. So I had the opportunity to play varsity basketball for 3 of my 4 years in high school. That was an absolutely amazing experience. In combination with being a varsity athlete in high school, I had the opportunity of getting introduced to CFES my freshman year, which actually was ultimately a life changing experience for myself. Because that freshman year, I was put in a group of individuals who were like minded individuals like myself, individuals who wanted to succeed, individuals who wanted to graduate high school, individuals who wanted to leave New York City to experience college somewhere else. Right. So I had the opportunity to be put with these amazing people. And what happens is for me, well, I don't know, maybe for many high school students, when you're paired with a certain group of people, you will try to push yourself to what the best person in that group is doing. The people in my group were pushing for it like 90s and 95s in every single class. So me just being a part of that group, it pushed me to want to excel in academics. So I had that aspect of being pushed in academics, but also the social aspect of being an athlete, right? So I had the opportunity to play basketball all throughout New York City. I'm also in New York State in various places, and also places across the U.S. as well. So the combination of those two experiences helped shape and mold me. It's definitely into who I am today. Um, right. So right after my 12th grade year, sorry for the pause there. Right after my 12th grade year, and being at Wally High School was a performing arts school. Um, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do after graduation. I knew I wanted to leave New York. I know I wanted to get out of Harlem in particular for quite some time, but I also didn't know how I would do this. Um, what happened is I wanted to personally actually pursue my basketball career, continue my basketball career well after high school. I had the opportunity to do that. That was due, so I had the opportunity to do that. But the route that I actually wanted to take was right after high school, get the opportunity to go out of New York State to play in another state somewhere else, right? That's what I wanted to do. What ended up happening for me is the concept of networking, how networking is such a amazing tool to utilize, and why it's such one of our essential skills at CFES is my high school coach actually is familiar with the college coach at Binghamton University. And I'll tell you the story of how I got to Binghamton University in a second as well. So my high school coach is a really close friends with the college coach over at Binghamton University. So prior to graduation, my high school coach calls up the Binghamton University coach and says, "Okay, I have a kid up there who's definitely he can definitely play. He's interested in joining the team." So that right there was my connection into the Binghamton University basketball team. I was actually able to play for a full year. But prior to actually getting to that, me getting into Binghamton University was also its own experience. So graduating high school with no focus on actually going into college for academics, I actually had to sit down with my guidance counselor. My guidance counselor at the time, that's a few years back, my guidance counselor at the time had a collegiate book that consisted of CUNY schools and also consisted of SUNY schools. So City University, um, colleges in the city and colleges of state New York, right? And she opened the book for me, and I'm literally just flipping through the pages of the book. Because for me, college was not a foregone thought, but more so the thought of I'll be playing basketball, so I don't need to look at this. But what actually catches my eye is aesthetically, the pictures from Binghamton University were absolutely stunning. They were the prettiest pictures I've actually seen in the entire book, and it actually just kind of like just popped out to me as I'm flipping through the page. One in particular, I don't know if I can tell you exactly what in particular, but just how green everything was in the pictures, right? Me being from New York City, everything's concrete. I don't really get the opportunity to see too much green unless I take myself to Century Park downtown or something like that. But I don't get the opportunity to see much green. So there's a lot of green photos, and it caught my attention. So the academic aspect, I was able to actually apply there to University. The basketball component was through my networking opportunity through my high school coach. So I did it from University through academics, but I get the opportunity to actually play my freshman year. Um, Play my freshman year, which is another huge experience. So now I'm Davis University, fully graduated a Lobby High School. And that in itself is a huge transition as well. Davis University from New York City is about a 3.5 hour ride. And it's a smaller town in Davidson, New York, which is very different from that of New York City. New York City, I have the luxury of, it's literally the city that never sleeps. I have the luxury of being able to wake up at any given point in time. If I'm hungry, I can do that. If I want to go out, enjoy myself, and I go to town, I can do that. Going up to Davidson, New York, was definitely I guess I would say a culture shock. It's a smaller town. It's my first experience in actually being in the town as such. The town actually shut down at a certain point in time. Public transportation shuts down. Just facilities to be in shut down at a certain time. So the town kind of closes itself out, right? So that was a huge adjustment for me and getting acclimated to be into a small town, big school into a small town. So that transition was actually, I had a lot of ups and downs. It reminded me a lot of what it was like for me in high school as well. I constantly felt like a roller coaster. I'll have these great highs, but I'll also have these lows of like, what am I doing? Will I be capable of being able to complete what I actually started? So freshman year was definitely that experience in which I got to get played collegiate basketball, which was very, very, very tiring. So you have to maintain collegiate sports, you also have to maintain your academics at the exact same time. I don't think I was actually explained to that. And this is where I had to learn how to be a student all over again. But that freshman year, um, so I'm trying to play basketball, but I'm also trying to do what my major at the time, which I was actually want to do mechanical engineering actually. So at that time, full fledged playing basketball. Coach requires you to practice 2 to 3 times a day, lifting weights, being on the court. You have to do that stuff all while maintaining, all while pursuing your college degree. Again, at the time, I wanted to do mechanical engineering. One of the aspects of mechanical engineering is to actually, one of the requirements rather is chemistry. So my freshman year, first semester, I'm in a lecture hall. Another experience in itself, actually, about 100 something kids. And I'm in the lecture hall, and the professor, day one, hands out a quiz, chemistry quiz, because this is to assess the background of where you're at. Um, what do you know of chemistry background so far? So the kid next to me, I can tell you the freshman. You can see a freshman kind of. Sometimes I can see a freshman in the face. So I think this kid is definitely a freshman for the most part. And the kid he gets the quiz. He completes the quiz in literally less than 3 minutes. Mind you, I'm taking my time to do the quiz, and it's taking me quite some time. But that was my first introduction in learning how that the competition academics is absolutely, I don't think I was ready for it, right? So that kind of woke me up in an aspect of like, oh man, I need to get the ball game. But that also made me realize that I don't think I personally didn't have the skill set to be able to actually continue to play college basketball and to pursue a career in mechanical engineering. Is it a possibility? Yes, people can do it. I just knew at that point in time that I did not possess those particular skills in order to do both. So therefore, I had to remove myself from playing collegiate basketball. Am I upset about the opportunity? Not necessarily because it opened up a lot more doors, right? So I knew that I was actually in school. First and foremost, you're in college for your academics first, right? But at the same time, I knew that I didn't want to just be an academic student. I also knew that I enjoyed the social aspect of college, right? I enjoyed the social aspect of dealing with people, interacting with people. So I made sure that I involved myself into various student organizations, right? In particular, one student organization that I gravitated towards and actually wound up joining, becoming the fundraiser for actually was called the Juvenile Urban Multicultural Program. In short, it's called Jet Nation. So this is now my sophomore year in college. I'm now no longer a college basketball player, but now I'm a regular, I'm an everyday college student now. Joining student organizations, and the student organization is Jump Nation. What Jump Nation does and did is actually you get the opportunity to get paired and bring up eighth grade students from New York City five boroughs. You get to bring up students who are believed at risk. So these students are considered lower performing students. You get the opportunity to bring these students up to college campus, and they get the opportunity to see what college campus is like. They get the opportunity to learn about the admissions process, financial aid process, get the opportunity to actually be in a college classroom. Right, a lot of people may think that the eighth grade is maybe too young to introduce people to college, but actually, it's actually an amazing opportunity to introduce people to college, especially from New York City, where I'm from. So I hugely gravitated towards that student organization, which is what I always actually encourage anybody to do while you're in any type of collegiate atmosphere, 2, 4 years old, whatever it may be, definitely put yourself out there in that aspect. So I did that from my sophomore year all the way through my senior year. But I also joined the fraternity, and I also participated in other student organizations um, that made me feel a part of who I am, but also was able to give me a chance to get back to the Davis University campus. So that was absolutely a huge experience in itself. Um, Joining the fraternity, I got the opportunity to meet other people at different schools, got the opportunity to see new campuses, got the opportunity to meet new people. So that was a huge, huge, huge experience for me. Um, so basically, just had to, in college, in Davis University, again, like I said, that up and down thing, and just had to understand who I was, understand what it's like to be on my own, right? Leaving New York City and going away. You had no, I had no parents. I had no one that was checking in on me. I had no one that was actually reminding me to do anything. So this is me also learning how to be supportive of just myself. This is me learning how to literally, as simple as it may be, learning how to cook food, learning how to do laundry, learning how to just be a responsible person and making it to my classes on time. All of those things prepare you for the next step after life, after college. Um, so I after graduating, so I have a degree in psychology. What happens at Davis University is you get the opportunity to take one class and cross list as another class. So as I'm taking my psychology courses, they cross list as human development courses at the exact same time. So the school, Davis University, I'll offer the opportunity to do a dual program in which you can, take these one classes, get two different degrees. So I graduated with a degree in psychology and human development. In the midst of me taking those psychology and human development courses, I needed to meet prerequisites. I needed to meet certain prerequisites. And in order to meet those prerequisites, I was taking a lot of sociology classes as well, a lot of writing, a lot of reading, a lot of terms, this, and the third. And so I wound up actually picking up enough sociology credits to have a minor in sociology as well. And so I graduated from university with a degree in psychology and development, and a minor in sociology. So in short, transition from that high school into that collegiate aspect was a huge transition period in which I don't think I actually ever understood who I actually was as a person. I just knew that I wanted to keep pushing forward. I knew I wanted to keep pushing forward. And with that aspect of keep pushing forward, I graduated, and the first organization that I get the opportunity to join is actually the YMCA. The YMCA is very prevalent here in New York City, very prevalent across the United States, across the world as a whole. There I actually had the opportunity, actually had the chance to work at the Harlem YMCA. So I had the chance, the very unique chance of leaving Harlem, going to Davis University, graduating from Davis University, and actually getting a unique chance to work right at where I graduated and lived at my whole life. So I get the chance to work at the Harlem YMCA. Actually, Harlem YMCA, my first job actually is just an after school counselor dealing with middle school students, assisting with anything from Anything social problems, homework assistance, create curriculum, ensure that each and every student have a successful after school career. I actually think that's something very important. Um, so from there, I had the chance to do just that. And my time continued to grow at the YMCA. I was at the YMCA for 5 years. Year one, after school counselor. Year two, I actually get the opportunity to have after school counselor, but I tell the YMCA I'm particularly interested in working with teenagers. Teenagers between the ages of 13 to 18 years old, actually. Maybe that's something I can speak about at a later time. So they grant me the privilege of actually operating and running the teen center. The teen center is geared towards older teenagers with the 16 to 18-year-olds actually. And what happens is it operated after the after school program. So it operated until 6 to 8 p.m. A lot of times in New York City, a lot of kids don't necessarily want to go home. It is not necessarily okay to be in large groups walking the streets in New York City. That usually creates some type of a conflict, either with the group itself, with law enforcement, something like that. So what the YMCA did was granted me the opportunity to operate around a teen center from 6 to 8 p.m., allowing students from local high schools in the area to get opportunity to come and be in a safe space to actually to engage one another, engage in sports, engage in school. But what you also have to do is be a part of a leadership component in order to participate and be a part of the team center. So that was a huge success. I had a lot of the students in the teen center ended up being a lot of males or people who identify as male. I had females as well, but again, being from New York City, a lot of the times male, me being a male, identifies as a male, I definitely didn't want to go home after a lot of the time. So I understood why so much of the teen center was filled with males and those who identify with males. As I'm operating on the teen center, I also get the opportunity to work with 11th and 12th graders as well. Right here, I get the opportunity to work with individuals who are college and career ready, right, getting ready for that next step and going to college. And preparing them for the financial aid process, the admission process, helping them select the college, helping parents understand what the college process looks like, and that takes me there. Fast forward just a little bit. So from Apollo YMCA, I get a chance to stay at the YMCA and continue to work with the older population, the older teenage population, and I get to go to the actually get the chance to go to Queens, where I work at the Y Scholars program. Here at Y Scholars program, I actually work with individuals who were out of school and out of work actually, helping them regearing them back into getting into some type of high school literacy program, also actually getting them ready for the career force as well. In addition to doing that, the YMCA adds another responsibility to my list, which is called ECCAWS. ECCAWS stands for Every Child Has the Opportunity to Excel Succeed. The unique thing about ECHOS is every student, every individual in the ECHOS program is actually court mandated, meaning that at some point in time they had gotten into some involvement with the law that the judge is now mandated to be a part of this program. So I'm running teen center. I am still running teen center, still doing after school. I'm also still running the ECHOS program. As time goes on, the YMCA loses that contract. Another nonprofit organization and community mediation services picks up that exact same contract. They offer me the privilege of being able to be a program director to operate and run everything that I've been doing for the past 5 years with the YMCA under this new nonprofit organization called Community Mediation Services. Community care services actually chooses to go to different directions with the Department of Probation. So by the summer of 2020, actually, I was on full unemployment. During the height of COVID, during the height of the pandemic, March of 2020, had actually no employment. You fast forward into everything, I get the opportunity to speak to an old friend of mine, an old CFES alumni actually, and she asked me, she said, "Hey, have you thought about going back to CFES? Have you thought about CFES in any way?" I say, "No, I haven't thought about CFES in any way. Actually, this is a good avenue actually for me." So I had two little friends that I graduated with, and I asked them. They're very familiar with a lot of work that I did. We graduated high school together. And I asked them, I said, hey, do you think I'm a good fit for this organization? They said, Julian, I think it is absolutely ideal for you to work with this organization. So that is the networking aspect of things. Is what happens is I have my original person who introduced me back to CFES. I haven't reached out to the big contact person, and she also informed me of who that contact person is. So our contact person reached out to another contact person, which I also get the opportunity to reach back out to others as well. That may seem a lot of confusion. Long story short, I was able to, through networking, get the opportunity to get introduced to Karen, who's a huge figurehead here at community, here at CFES Brilliant Pathways. Through Karen, got the opportunity to meet Rick, and they presented me the opportunity to be a program director here at CFES Brilliant Pathways. So currently operating and running program director here at Brilliant Pathways in the New York City area. And that's just a little bit about myself, a little bit about my time. I don't want to go too much over time here. But last thing that I will close out with is that in all time of uncertainty, no matter what it may be, CFES has an essential skill that two essential skills that I think can be applied to actually anything, which is agility and perseverance. As long as you remain agile and continue to persevere, everything should work itself out as long as you keep that state of mind. So, just want to say thank you for everybody for tuning in. Sorry if I didn't leave any time for questions and things like that, though. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly in my email, and I can definitely share that at a later time as well. So, thank everybody for your time. I appreciate it, and hopefully you have a chance to learn a little bit about me and this career path. There are several career paths that people can take. This was mine, and I just hopefully you guys got the opportunity to enjoy it. So thank you, and part two of the session actually starts in about 5 minutes. So hopefully you guys can join me and join the rest of the CSPS team for the rest of the week as well. So thank you, everybody.